So I get the question a lot of what happens if there's something I say that I no longer want to be on the video? Will you take it down? The answer is no. That's the yeah. I think that's where I'll just state that. What we're doing here is giving you an opportunity to engage in the conversation you wouldn't normally have the opportunity to do. And in there, I think there's an element of there being a perceived risk of expressing your truth, expressing what you believe the future could hold for you, expressing some of the challenges that you've had and the fears and doubts that you have around things. And the perceived risk is something that is actually instated and held in place by the status quo, by those that are currently in power. And so that is something that I've recognized as an actual tool. The risk of speaking out is a tool that is used to actually squash and suppress any kind of change that's taken place. I'll be honest. I'll say this here because like the tone of this might come off this way. We're not look. I'm not. This is not a revolutionary type of experience. This is an evolutionary type of experience. America is asking itself to grow into what it knows it is next. And we want to make sure we have that space for people to be able to openly engage in that conversation. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that how do I say it? There's safety created in the space, but the safety is used to be able to have you be more courageous. All right. So be with that. One last thing I'll say though is that in every conversation we'll have an opportunity to go into what are called breakout rooms. We'll go out and have conversations that aren't taking place in the main recorded area. When you go out into those breakout rooms, none of the conversations there are recorded. So that's your own private space to say anything that you want that maybe you don't want to have recorded and shared out overall. I get that. I want to make sure we have a nice balance of both. Some conversations might be primarily in that breakout room. Other conversations might take place the entire conversation in the main recorded space. We're going to do what will serve the people that are there. And this has been a question that's on my mind. I'll be honest. I've been wrestling with this one because I'm like, oh, will we be able to get to the depth that we want to get to? Will people feel safe enough here? And I think that there's an element of like knowing that there's an element of also being pragmatic and knowing that there's no place in the world that is fully safe. And if you can actually still be courageous in this space and express both your mind and also be in the tension of getting to know people who think differently than you, then we have a chance to come out to leave this space and bring that out into the various worlds that we're in. So right now, the answer is if there's anything that if you do want to get it taken down, we're not editing it from that perspective. We're not censoring it either. All right.